everybody. So happy November 19th. And so I just thought I would pull a card quickly and talk about what's happening because there is a lot of, I don't know if the energy is wacky for some people, right? Like, not really, it seems like there's no clarity. People are really emotional. And I probably have spoken about this, but I just want to say now, like this has been about 6 weeks of uncertainty and um, overall sense of ickiness, maybe. But we're coming to the end of that. We're coming to the end, moving through that, and so I was gifted this wonderful deck by. She's come to be a friend, actually. Um, I would say I have a great deal of admiration for her. So the Lightseer deck by Chris Ann. This deck is phenomenal. The card that I pulled for everybody was the Six of Swords. This card looks to or speaks to um, moving out of a storm and actually being guided out of that storm. So the crows here, they're pulling this boat through some turbulent water. You guys, it's important to know that even when you feel alone, you are not alone. We are always being taken care of. We are always being looked after. We're always being guided and directed into the space that we need to move into, the space that's really meant for us to be. So even though over the last little while, we've it literally feels like we've been chasing our tails. Um, it's coming to an end with the Six of Swords. We are still kind of covered in muck and guck, sorrow and pain, and trying to move through that. But understand that we're not by ourselves. It feels like we're doing the work on our own, but we're not. We're constantly guided. We're constantly protected. Constantly looked after. Um, this card talks about, movement from pain into goodness. It talks about movement from murky waters into calm, clear water. It talks about the move from, and this has to be, it was in a lot of ways, for a lot of people, this was a conscious move, making a decision to leave the shit that no longer that we've outgrown. So might have been, I don't know, 15 years ago you were okay in the situation that you were in, whether it's work, relationship, the home even that you're living in. We were okay, but now, and it's now there's no lot. We're bigger than that. We're bigger than um, our energy is taking up so much of that space. So it's time to move on, and it's been a difficult choice for those who have had to make this decision. But understand again that you were guided, and it was never a waste of time. It was never a waste of your energy. You were meant to be in that space. Um, you were meant to grow and learn from those things, like I said, whether it be relationship, work, even in the living environment, um, everything for a reason. And now that lesson has been learned, um, and it's time to move on. Do not beat yourself up for where you're sitting in life. Do not beat yourself up because you thought that um, because you saw yourself in a different situation, you had envisioned a different life for yourself. A lot of times, what we want, and what we have are very different because we may not be ready for what we want. We may not be ready. So if we haven't healed old hurts, if we haven't moved through those wounds, if we haven't healed relationships or looked after the inner child that's hurting within us, then we're going to have a really hard time moving into that thing or whatever it is, moving into the next level of the next level, because we weren't prepared. So it might be that dream job and you fuck it up because you're scared shitless of fucking it up. Everything is about timing. Everything in its own time. Everything in its own time. So be very kind to yourself. Do not beat yourself up for staying longer than you thought you would, or everything in its own time. Yeah, and you're being pulled to safety. You are being pulled to the calm waters. You're being pulled to shore where everything is new and fresh and I want to say clean, but it's not necessarily clean. It's just new and fresh. It's a new beginning. It's a new beginning for everybody right now. So whether that is you have cleared out your crap emotionally, may not have to do with a relationship. It just may be you working on you and cleaning out that crap. So dealing with inner child stuff, dealing with insecurities, abandonment issues, anger, self-loathing, whatever it is, you've now moved through that. You've done the work, so acknowledge yourself. Congratulations. And I'm being serious. Like, you have done the work. Pat yourself on the back. This isn't... it's hard to look inward. It's hard to look inward and look at our faults and look at our hurts and how we may have affected people or hurt people. Yes, so understand that we are coming to an end of that uncertainty and that feeling of being caught in a whirlpool, right? Being caught in a whirlpool, and you are unable to leave that. You are unable to come out of that whirlpool. Yes, your prayers have been answered, and there are smoother waters, calmer waters ahead. Okay? Nice white beach of calm and understanding and peace is awaits you. So this is a very turbulent card, but it also signifies healing, growth, movement, understanding, and I guess progress. Okay, so you've done well. You've done well. Keep going. Love you.